The clock struck midnight, signaling the birth of a new year. Eager to escape the chaos of celebrations, my friends and I embarked on a spontaneous night drive. The road stretched ahead like a mysterious ribbon, inviting us to chase the allure of the unknown. The air was charged with excitement as we sped down the empty highway, the hum of the engine drowning out the fading echoes of fireworks. The night was clear, the moon casting an eerie glow on the desolate landscape. Little did we know that our journey into the dark abyss of New Year's night would unfold a tale of terror. As the road twisted and turned, the world outside our car window transformed. Shadows danced along the edges of the trees, and the moon played hide and seek behind ominous clouds. An unsettling silence settled in, broken only by the occasional crackle of the radio. The GPS, our guide through the night, directed us onto a narrow, winding road that seemed to disappear into the abyss. Unfazed by the ominous atmosphere, we ventured further into the unknown, fueled by the thrill of adventure. Suddenly, the GPS flickered, its electronic voice stuttering before falling into an eerie silence. Panic crept in as we realized we were alone in the heart of the night, surrounded by towering trees that loomed like silent sentinels. The moon, once our companion, now hid behind a curtain of swirling clouds, casting us into absolute darkness. Unease settled in as the car's headlights struggled to pierce the inky blackness ahead. The road, now a narrow ribbon of uncertainty, seemed to wind endlessly into the void. A sense of disorientation crept over us, and the thrill of adventure gave way to a growing sense of dread. A distant sound echoed through the night, a mournful howl that sent shivers down our spines. The once familiar road now felt like an alien landscape, and the atmosphere thickened with an unspoken fear. We exchanged nervous glances, the air heavy with an unexplained tension. Suddenly, the car's engine sputtered, and the headlights flickered before plunging us into total darkness. Panic set in as the realization dawned, stranded in the middle of nowhere on New Year's Eve. The silence that followed was deafening, broken only by the distant howls that seemed to draw nearer. Desperation fueled our attempts to restart the car, but the engine remained stubbornly silent. Fearful whispers filled the confined space as we strained our eyes to catch a glimpse of anything in the oppressive darkness. Shadows moved at the periphery of our vision, and an unseen presence seemed to encircle the immobile vehicle. In the midst of our fear, a distant light flickered, a dim glow that seemed to float in the abyss. With no other option, we decided to follow the elusive light, hoping it would lead us to salvation. The night, now thick with an otherworldly chill, clung to our senses like an unseen adversary. The glow guided us deeper into an ancient forest, the trees closing in like spectral apparitions. The air grew colder, and an ominous fog clung to the ground, distorting the path ahead. Whispers, indiscernible and haunting, carried through the night, heightening our sense of vulnerability. As we walked deeper into the unknown, a clearing emerged, revealing a dilapidated mansion swallowed by the encroaching darkness. The air grew still, and the distant howls converged into a symphony of unseen creatures. The mansion, a relic of forgotten terrors, beckoned us with its broken windows and creaking doors. Desperation and curiosity battled within us, but a primal instinct urged us to turn back. The ominous glow led us to the mansion's entrance, and with each creak of the door, our apprehension deepened. The air inside was heavy with the weight of forgotten secrets, and the shadows seemed to breathe with a life of their own. As we explored the mansion's desolate halls, we stumbled upon a room frozen in time, a New Year's celebration from decades past. Torn decorations swayed in the chilling breeze, and the echoes of laughter seemed to linger in the stale air. The room, a snapshot of festivities turned to decay, told a tale of revelry interrupted by an unknown force. The glow that had guided us flickered, revealing a sinister truth. The mansion held the spirits of those who had ventured into the darkness before us, The howls outside grew louder, resonating with the anguish of trapped souls. Panic surged as the walls seemed to close in, and the air became suffocating. In a desperate bid for escape, we retraced our steps, the glow leading us back through the labyrinthine halls. The mansion, now a malevolent force, seemed to resist our departure. The shadows clawed at our senses, and the unseen creatures outside howled in a chorus of despair. As we burst through the mansion's entrance, the glow vanished, leaving us on the doorstep of the unknown forest. The night, once our adversary, now released its grip, and the howls faded into distant echoes. We stumbled back to the car, the engine roaring to life as if awakened by an unseen force. We sped away from the haunted mansion, leaving behind the terrors of that New Year's night. The road, once a source of excitement, now stretched ahead with a haunted memory. As the first light of dawn broke on the horizon, we carried the weight of a night gone wrong, forever haunted by the darkness that had claimed our New Year's drive.
The haunted tales of St. Agnes Catholic Girls' School had been whispered among the locals for generations. Nestled in the heart of a third-world country, the aged stone walls held secrets that sent shivers down the spines of even the bravest souls. As a curious journalist with a penchant for unravelling mysteries, I embarked on a journey to St. Agnes. The air was thick with humidity as I approached the school, its facade looming like a solemn sentinel guarding forgotten stories. The tales began with Sister Mary Agatha, a strict disciplinarian who, rumour had it, still patrolled the corridors long after her passing. Locals spoke of her spectral figure, clad in a black habit, silently gliding through the night, ensuring the girls adhered to the rules she had enforced in life. Entering the school, the creaking doors echoed with the weight of history. The once vibrant halls now lay dormant, shadows dancing on the worn linoleum floors. The myth spoke of a mysterious room on the top floor, forbidden to all but the bravest of souls. Guided by the whispers of the locals, I ascended the narrow staircase that seemed to groan with each step. The air grew dense as I reached the forbidden floor, the atmosphere saturated with an otherworldly energy. The door to the mysterious room stood ajar, inviting me to uncover the secrets within. The room was frozen in time, its faded wallpaper peeling like ancient memories. Desks lay in disarray, textbooks scattered as if abandoned in haste. Dust particles danced in the filtered sunlight, casting an ethereal glow on the forgotten relics of the past. As I delved deeper, the myth of St. Agnes began to weave a narrative of tragedy. Whispers of a student, Maria, who vanished mysteriously one fateful night, echoed through the empty halls. Locals believed her spirit lingered, a spectral presence seeking justice for an untold injustice. The air turned cold as I explored further, drawn to the chapel that bore witness to Mariah's last prayer. The stained glass windows depicted saints in agony, their faces mirroring the eerie unease that pervaded the sacred space. A lone candle flickered, casting long shadows on the weathered pews. Legend had it that Mariah's voice could still be heard, softly singing hymns in the dead of night. Intrigued, I waited in the chapel as the moon cast a silver sheen through the dusty panes. The haunting melody began, an ethereal voice weaving through the silence, sending shivers down my spine. Suddenly, a gust of wind extinguished the lone candle, plunging the chapel into darkness. Whispers echoed, and the temperature dropped, as if unseen eyes scrutinized my presence. In the hallowed stillness, Maria's spectral figure manifested, a ghostly silhouette bathed in the moon's glow. Her mournful eyes met mine, pleading for solace. The tale unfolded. A forbidden love, a secret rendezvous, and the tragic consequences that led to her disappearance. The walls seemed to absorb her anguish, and her spectral form dissipated into the night, leaving me with an unsettling sense of sorrow. Determined to bring justice to Maria's lingering spirit, I delved into the school's archives, unearthing forgotten records and dusty journals. The truth emerged, a love forbidden by the rigid constraints of the time, a heartbroken soul condemned to wander the halls in eternal torment. As I unraveled the layers of St. Agnes, the myths intertwined with reality, blurring the boundaries between the seen and the unseen. The locals' whispers took on a haunting truth, and the echoes of the past reverberated through the hallowed halls. Leaving St. Agnes, I carried the weight of its myths, the stories of forbidden love and the spectral presence seeking peace. The haunted Catholic girls' school, once a place of innocence, now held a tapestry of tales that transcended the boundaries of time. The myths of St. Agnes persisted, leaving an indelible mark on the collective consciousness. A reminder that even in the quietest corners, the past whispers its truths to those willing to listen.